Ever dreamt of living on the moon? SpaceX's Starship might just make that a reality sooner than you think. Yes, Starship will be able to carry enough cargo to build an entire moon base in just one trip. Make sure to watch till the end to see how Elon Musk is turning science fiction into fact. At the heart of SpaceX's ambitions is the awe-inspiring Starship. Standing at a towering 165 feet tall, which is equivalent to about 50 meters, this fully reusable spacecraft is designed to transport humans and cargo far beyond Earth's orbit. Pair it with its booster, the Super Heavy, and you've got the most powerful launch vehicle ever created. Recently, Starship completed another test flight where the spacecraft successfully took off and correctly separated from its first stage. Although the spacecraft and the booster were lost, the mission achieved its goal. Engineers gathered invaluable data to further improve the design. Imagine this: Starship has the capacity to carry up to 150 metric tons of payload when fully reusable. But wait, it gets even better: a staggering 250 metric tons in an expendable configuration. This isn't just about sending a few astronauts. We're talking entire sections of a lunar base, massive science payloads, rovers, and all the critical equipment in one go. Fewer launches mean a faster path to a sustained presence on the moon. Picture Starship making regular trips, hauling dozens of tons of cargo each time. Revolutionary? Absolutely. But SpaceX isn't stopping at just moon landings. They're dreaming bigger. Elon Musk has made it crystal clear.
I mean, ultimately, if we're able to become a spacefaring civilization, a multi-planet species, and ultimately a multi-stellar species, and go out there and explore all these star systems, that's the overarching goal of the company, is extend life sustainably to another planet. Mars is the only option, really.
A permanent lunar base is the ultimate goal. Think of it as a hub for scientific exploration, resource extraction, and maybe even the first steps toward colonizing the moon itself. Science fiction turning into reality, anyone? During his talk at Starbase, Musk discussed the progress and milestones of the Starship program, promising to reveal new perspectives on the world's most innovative and unique rocket. Looking ahead, Musk hinted at future versions of Starship, outlining improvements to the Raptor engine that will boost its thrust from 230 to over 330 metric tons force, eventually supporting the development of Starship 2 inches and Starship 3. These enhanced versions will be able to carry more than 100 and 200 metric tons into orbit, respectively, in fully reusable configurations. Remarkably, Musk suggested that the future Starship 3 could cost as little as $2 million to $3 million per launch, a dramatic reduction that could revolutionize space access. He emphasized that while these numbers seem unthinkable, they do not break any laws of physics, highlighting the unprecedented innovation behind SpaceX's approach. Musk's timeline for this audacious goal has been aggressive. For instance, between the first test flight of Starship in April 2023 and the second in November 2023, SpaceX shortened the gap between missions, indicating faster iterations and more efficient testing. SpaceX tweeted, with more flight tests, significant vehicle upgrades, and missions returning astronauts to the surface of the moon, with NASA's Artemis program all coming soon, excitement will continue to be guaranteed with Starship. And can you guess who's involved? That's right, NASA. Aiming to return humans to the moon by 2025, originally 2024, NASA's Artemis program envisions a series of missions to establish a long-term human presence on the lunar surface. And the spacecraft that'll land astronauts on the moon for the first time in over 50 years? SpaceX's Starship human landing system. SpaceX secured a $2.89 billion contract from NASA to develop this vehicle. Once the Starship lands and delivers its cargo, the cargo section can be detached and repurposed as habitats or storage facilities on the moon. Clever, right? The Artemis 3 mission is set to make history by using Starship to deliver astronauts to the moon's South Pole. But why the South Pole, you ask? Because it harbors permanently shadowed craters, likely containing vast reserves of frozen water, a total game changer. SpaceX's plans for a moon base incorporate in situ resource utilization. This involves using lunar resources such as water ice to generate oxygen, drinking water, and even rocket fuel through processes like electrolysis. While the exact locations and forms of these water deposits are still being explored, NASA and SpaceX are advancing technologies to extract and process these resources. In addition to supporting life, ISRU will reduce the cost and frequency of resupply missions from Earth, making long-term lunar habitation more feasible. Now, let's talk living arrangements, because who wouldn't want a cool pad on the moon? SpaceX has been cooking up some groundbreaking ideas for lunar habitats. One concept involves using multiple starships as interconnected living spaces. Picture this: 7 starships arranged in a hexagonal formation, connected by platforms, airlocks, and living quarters. It would create a 10 to 12-story building capable of housing scientists, engineers, and astronauts. How awesome is that? But wait, there's more. Another idea is to utilize the moon's natural features like lava tubes, massive underground tunnels formed by ancient volcanic activity. These caverns could be sealed and filled with breathable air, offering natural protection from extreme temperatures and cosmic radiation. While these lava tubes might be a bit far from valuable resources like frozen water, engineers are also looking into using lunar soil, called regolith, to build protective layers over habitats. By combining existing structures with materials mined from the moon, SpaceX aims to create a sustainable and resilient lunar outpost. Here's where things get interplanetary. A permanent base on the moon would serve as a stepping stone to Mars, fulfilling SpaceX's long-held dream of making humanity a multiplanetary species. The moon's low gravity, just about 17% of Earth's, makes it the perfect spot for launching missions deeper into the solar system. By using the moon as a refueling station, Starship could be topped up with hydrogen and oxygen produced from lunar water, dramatically extending its range. This reduces the need to haul all that heavy fuel from Earth. Imagine Starship not only delivering cargo and astronauts to the moon, but also launching from the lunar surface for missions to Mars. The moon becomes a cosmic pit stop on our journey to the red planet. But wait, there's even more. SpaceX's lunar plans aren't just about science and colonization, they're also about adventure. They've already shown they can send private citizens to space with missions like Inspiration 4 and the upcoming Dear Moon project, where a group of artists will fly around the moon. Elon Musk envisions space tourism becoming a major industry, and the moon is the next big destination. Imagine hundreds of people traveling to the moon every week. Sounds crazy? With Starship capable of carrying up to 100 passengers, lunar tourism could be just around the corner. Musk even suggests that 500 to 900 people per day could be making the trip. Short-term stays on the moon might become routine for those adventurous and affluent enough to take the leap. Ready to book your lunar vacation? Of course, every great adventure comes with its hurdles. Building a permanent base on the moon is no small feat. Challenges include protecting astronauts from radiation, developing sustainable life support systems, and producing fuel from lunar resources. And let's not forget the moon's extreme temperature swings, from a freezing minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit, or about minus 173 degrees Celsius at night, to a scorching 260 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 127 degrees Celsius during the day. Critics also question the financial viability of these lunar ambitions. While NASA is providing funding for initial missions, turning a profit from a lunar base is a complex puzzle. Without clear economic incentives like lunar tourism, the costs could outweigh the benefits. Plus, there are concerns about the environmental impact of large-scale space exploration. It's a cosmic debate that's heating up. Despite the challenges, SpaceX is charging full throttle toward the moon. The late 2020s are shaping up to be an incredibly exciting time for space exploration. With NASA's Artemis program and SpaceX's reusable Starship, we're on the brink of establishing a human presence on the moon in ways we could only dream of a few decades ago. Unlocking new resources, opening new frontiers for human habitation, and using the moon as a launchpad to Mars, SpaceX's plans are truly transformative. If successful, they'll mark the beginning of a new era of exploration, one where humanity starts to expand beyond Earth and establishes a foothold in the solar system. So gear up, space enthusiasts. The future is looking stellar. Imagine future generations looking up at the moon, not as a distant rock, but as a place where humans live, work, and dream of even greater adventures. SpaceX's ambitious goals could revolutionize not just how we explore space, but how we live in it. The moon is just the beginning, and with each step, we're getting closer to becoming a multiplanetary species.